In order to practice a little bit more, and to practice more symbology, we're going to get a new layer. So let's continue using vectorial layers, but this will be point type of data. And it's here as yield Chiapas. So this is a set of parcels and producers where we've collected information from. It was collected in the Masagro program. So I'm going to add it here, then I'll close it. And these are the points. So these points have yield information, all of them in different years. So we've got the year and then the final yield. So it goes from 2012 to 2018. In order to do the symbology or the style of this layer is very similar to the one of the polygons. So let's go to symbology and let's change it to gradual. And in the column, we are going to choose final yield. And I'm going to remove the marker. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to use the same scale that I had before. The same colors that I had for the polygons. Also quantile. And I can have more classes so that it's better distributed. Now you can see that I have the yield for every point, and I also have the average yield for the municipality. So there are similarities still, and the municipalities where the average yield is higher, and also in the points, they're also higher, as you would expect. And where they're lower, these all include yellow points, which are the ones with the lower yield. This is just to show you a little bit more how the symbology works. So we have different vectorial layers here with polygons, with points, and we have already learned how we can use the different colors to especially show the information through the maps. Now we're going to add another layer, a vectorial layer, and this would be the types of soil. So in the file, there's another soil map that's called Suelos Chiapas. So let's add them. This is also vectorial information in polygons, and you can see them here. This is a polygon for each mapping unit for the soil with different sizes and shapes. And in this the soil layer, we have some variables that are associated to the geometry. For example, the percentage of sealed clay and sand. And let's see how we can use the symbology also for exhibiting some of the attributes that are in that database. So let's go here to gradual. We're going to choose organic matter, and I'm going to choose another color palette. I'm going to invert it so that the darker the color is, the higher the organic matter content. Once again, quantile here. I'm going to increase the amount of classes, and I'm going to do the map. I'm going to zoom for the layer, and this is the map of organic matter content for the soil. So for each one of the mapping units, I have the organic matter content. So what's above is always going to be above in the map also. That's why the points are not visible anymore, because the polygons are overlapping on top of them. So I'm going to change the order of the layers, and by doing this I can see now the points, and I can also put the limits on top. So the order you keep here is important, because this also shows you the order of the render to see which layer is on top. Generally, this background layer is the last one for the map, and then the others will be on top. Usually the layers that do not have any filling can be left on top, and also the points, because they don't take so much space. Now we can see how the points are overlapping to the soil units, and with the tools that we have available, we could remove the information from each one of the points to see what's the type of soil that they're located in. So this is one of the objectives whenever we work with spatial data that have different different types of information. If it's a polygon, a point, or if an area, or if it's a raster, and all the information can be joined in one layer. And this is one of the objectives, to process this information. So we've already seen how we can work with different layers with the different styles. And all of this is vectorial information except the background, that's a raster. But it's a raster that cannot do too much about it. So it's kept like we downloaded it originally from Google.